finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Farmers know it all starts with the soil. At Carbon Connections, they're helping you unlock its full potential. Their high-quality humic acid improves nutrient uptake, boosts root development, and enhances soil structure, so your crops get more from every acre. But it doesn't stop there. With a full lineup of crop protection products, they help you reduce synthetic inputs while protecting yields and profits. Smarter inputs, healthier soils, better returns. It's time to grow more naturally. Visit Carbon Connections on Facebook or call them today at 402-947-1476 to learn how they can help your farm thrive. Carbon Connections, unlocking your potential.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left at once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
A fall aeration by Judson Irrigation will help maintain your lawn by maximizing the effectiveness of your watering and fertilization. Judson will flag the locations of your sprinkler heads, followed by a deep core aeration to give your lawn the breath of fresh air it needs. Schedule your aeration today. Your lawn will love you for it.
Let us aerate today to ensure a healthy head start for your lawn next spring. Go to judsonirrigation.com or call Judson Bylene 402-420-6277.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Wafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We built this city. We built this city on Nicky Road.
Please, no.
I love you.
No.
Back because I love you. And I want to grab your cheeks.
That has nothing to do.
The cheeks on your face, that is.
Thank you. All right, this is awesome. Great start to a Friday show.
I want to grab
Anybody
your
else
cheeks
uncomfortable?
on your face, Nick Sainert, because I love you.
I'm thankful that you are clarifying, just details.
Did you, Nick, just be honest. Did you miss me a little bit?
A little. I mean, I missed your presence.
I missed your smell.
No,
Mr. Musk.
I didn't. I missed the smell of old man in the studio. Anyway, no. I mean, I got to. It's not like we haven't talked the last 4 days.
But Nick, it's different when I'm not in your presence, though.
That's what I'm saying. I've
just
missed
felt
your
like,
presence.
I found myself walking the parking lot of the Fairfield Marriott Norfolk, just a lonely, bald-headed brother, and I was.
Did you feel out of place in Norfolk?
There were some black cows.
Okay, cool.
There was a few cows that came through the highway, through the road when I was driving. I looked over, my man said, "Ooh." I was like, "What's up, dog?"
Yeah.
So I was one of maybe on the campus. Northeast Community College has got some brothers on campus.
I have. Yes, I have frequented. I've been to Northeast Community College, played baseball there a couple of times.
One dude, it was funny though, when I was at the gas station, he was definitely, I can't say definitely, I don't know that for sure, but he had Northeast gear on, so he probably was. He looked at me like a long lost friend. He goes, "What's up, bro?" I was like, "How you doing?" He goes, "No, man, just give me some dap. Never know when I'll see you again."
Yeah. Not a lot of people choose to be here. I've badmouthed Norfolk the last couple of days. It's been great. I'm sure you love it, right? Especially after that paycheck keeps cashing. So at the end of the day, though,
I love this place.
I can love anywhere as long as those checks keep cashing.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We like Norfolk.
We do.
We're a pro Norfolk station.
We're pro Norfolk, and we're going to hop right into it where we acted goofy. It's crazy because our guest, Heidi Brandt, the founder of Healing Heights Foundation, a local realtor here in town as well. Heidi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chief. There you go. Pull that up right there. Folks, this is a very important topic to kick off a Friday because I think it's fitting for the weekend. I know during the week people have schedules and things to kind of keep you going. But when we talk about mental health, and this is something, I'm a huge advocate. I talk about it all the time. And I've shared with people very transparently that, my grief counselor 2 years ago really was a huge pivot in my life to say, I need some help. I suck at dealing with grief. I'm getting better, a lot better at that. But that was a mental hurdle for me. And being just even 6 days, it'll be 11 years that my mom's been gone. Come November, it'll be 4 years my dad's been gone. So those milestones of pain, if you would, those reminders, I didn't always deal with them well. And what you've done here, like I said, Heidi, she's the visionary behind Healing Heights Foundation, a power event called Hell on a Hill. Hell on a Hill, so you know it's about to go down. Their work is helping break down barriers around mental health and inspiring hope for countless individuals and families. Heidi, we're grateful you're here. Thanks for joining us
I
this morning.
appreciate that. I'm grateful to be here. So.
Absolutely.
And I love that we started off with laughing because this is not the easiest topic to talk about,
No.
and people don't like talking about it. So I'm glad that we get a chance to do that today.
Well, AD never laughs, so you came to the wrong place.
No, I
Not
know,
at all.
right?
Not at all, because I love you, Nick.
That's right.
why.
It's all
That's why.
seriousness.
Heidi, every moment begins with a moment. You know, I know you've told me, but what inspired you to start Healing Heights?
Oh gosh, so my journey started young, and I didn't know that that was my journey at the time. But looking back, I struggled with just fitting in and all the things, and my nemesis ended up being an eating disorder. And so that was kind of my fallback of it was started probably 12, 13 years old. And at that time I had no idea that that's what it was. And it just evolved. And by the time I was in college, it was not a pretty picture. And so it took me till probably my early 30s. And long story short, I was actually living in Massachusetts at the time. And a good friend of mine at the time, I was going through a cycle. When you're in an eating disorder, you kind of go through cycles. You have good times, you have bad times. And I always say the switch flips, and you might be in it within a day, and then you might come out of it and be totally fine and normal in quotation marks for a period of time. But I was in a binging, purging stage, and I basically got busted. And we're really good at covering things up. And she had just called me out on my crap, and it was at a time though that I was ready to get busted and get some help. So that's when I was able to get into find a therapist that was very impactful, and kind of got me on that healing journey. So it was a very long time of the roller coaster of dealing with that kind of stuff. And it was then that I also started, doing the self dive of podcast and books and YouTube, and trying to seek out, the things of how do you heal, but also how do you just become the best version of yourself. So to answer your question, it's always been on my heart to do something bigger. And when I moved back to Nebraska, I would take my dog out to Pioneers Park all the time, and we'd walk that hill or we'd go up and whatever. And I was like, this hill represents life. And it'd be really cool to do an event. Sports and exercise has always been kind of my sanity place, if you will. And so I was like, I know that this isn't going to be for everyone to do physically because it's not hard, but the hill is such a good metaphor for life that sometimes life gets really, really hard. This hill gets really, really hard. If Pioneers Park, the sledding hill, it's a lot more fun going down on a sled than it is
Absolutely.
coming back up.
Yeah.
But the idea around Hell on the Hill is that you can do it individually, you can do it with teams of 4, but the metaphor around it is that the hill gets really, really hard, but you can ask for help. You can rest, but you can't quit. So during the event, we actually have volunteers or your teammates. If you want to split up the laps, you can rest and ask for help. And that's the hardest thing that we have doing.
Asking for help.
Heidi,
you brought up the fact, and Nick, I'm gonna have you. I know you got some questions as well. You brought this up, so we'll address it now, and then we'll talk about it again before we close half the hour. You mentioned the hill. Explain them the format already. Explain the format of, because it's going to be at Tanker Hill out in Air Park, where that's going to be at. So basically Arnold Heights, but at Tanker Hill in the Air Park area. Explain the format of Hell on the Hill.
So it's a 50-lap challenge. It's not a run. It's not a walk. You can do either of those things. It's not a race. There's no time limit. Nobody's getting a trophy at the end. But you have 50 laps. Everyone, as part of their swag bag, gets actually a fanny pack, and in that fanny pack is 50 little plastic chips.
You can't take the Warhorse Casino.
No, you cannot take them to Warhorse Casino. They're not gonna.
Just letting you know.
You're gonna jam the machines. No, so everyone has these little green chips, and every time you take a lap, you get rid of a chip. And so every time you take a lap, you drop a chip off. That's also a symbol of getting rid of something in your life that you no longer want to carry. So every time you go around, your pack gets a little bit lighter. Life gets a little bit lighter as you're letting stuff go. You can split those laps up. If you have a team up to 4 people, you can split those laps up however you want. You can all do 50. You can split them if you want to break them up however you want to. Last year, we had people that just went all out, and it was a race against themselves, and they wanted to see how fast they could do it. And then we had people that was that, you know, just kind of the coolest part was they started meshing with everybody, and the conversations that came out of it were amazing. So the format is that you're doing the 50 laps, you let go of something every time you come around. That's your counting method, basically. And when we're done, you've completed an amazing amazing thing that is such a community that comes out of that. So
a couple more before we get you out of here. Heidi Brand of Healing Heights Foundation with us. And Heidi, when you talk about mental health in today's world, it is becoming more normalized, I think, right? And I think that's a positive thing. I think that's a step in the right direction. Talk about just the how do I say this? The growth, I guess, of turning it to become more normalized and to be viewed as, okay, you know what? It's okay if I feel this way. If it's okay if I feel a certain way throughout the, as in compared to the last decade.
That's the biggest mission that we're trying to accomplish here. All of what we do stays local. But I think that's because it's the hardest thing to do is ask for help or know where the resources are. And unfortunately, we don't look for the resources until we're in the middle of a crisis.
Exactly.
So I think the more that we can talk about it and make it a normal conversation of I'm not doing okay right now. And maybe that's just a season. Maybe it's an anniversary of something. Maybe it's a lifelong journey of whatever that is. But, we have people like our own Harper Murray that has stepped up and talked about it. We have Izzy Starks, who just stepped away from being one of the top Penn State setter, who's probably one of the top 1 or 2 setters in the nation. Simone Biles stepped away from the all of those things, and they're obviously a lot bigger presence. But when they start talking about it, they allow other people to say, okay, if they can talk about those things, then maybe I can too.
It's crazy because I said the story about Izzy Stark. I just talked to Izzy back in the early state or just in late August at Big Ten Volleyball Media Days. She was there representing Penn State, and I had talked to her one-on-one, and you whether it's one-on-one or whether it was in a big press conference setting, there was no indication. That nobody had any clue. She was up there talking about how big her freshman season was. She was talking about the expectations coming off of winning a national championship for Penn State. There, to the naked eye, there was no indication that she was going through anything. And it goes back to what you said, that we're really good at hiding things. We're really good at covering things up.
Yeah. I think one of the things with I was thinking about her situation, and obviously her coach went through a battle the last year, 2 years. And I'm curious, I guess, more than anything, to know if, all of a sudden there's things bigger than volleyball. And maybe she was, and I love that she felt safe enough to be able to take that step back, whether it's for a year or for, her journey or whatever, to say, I felt safe enough to be able to say, this is because I need a break from mental health.
You were an athlete, played basketball at UNK, correct? You think about all the different ups and downs of a season, of the off season, the pressures of athletics, the expectation, because people see you as an athlete, it's like, well, they're not going through anything. I just want to be entertained. They have no idea, as you mentioned, of the athletes you just mentioned, there's a lot they're going through. But what would you say if someone's quietly struggling right now? What message would you speak directly to the heart, whether it's with grief, whether it's with an eating disorder, whether it's with alcohol, whether it's with prescription drugs, whether it's depression? How do you talk with someone who's quietly struggling, saying, you know what, I need help before I'm forced to get help?
That's the hardest part, I think, because one, like you said, we don't know behind the scenes what's going on. So unless they're speaking up, it's really hard, to say something. The other thing on the other side of that is if there is a little bit of change in somebody that you notice, say something. Don't be afraid to make them feel bad or, bring it up if they're ready, or, whether they're ready or not, if they are willing to say, okay, I am struggling and I do need some help. But I think a lot of times it's just us asking the question and taking away the awkwardness of I don't want to make somebody feel bad by saying, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like, you seem a little off. I know you might be going through some stuff or whatever it is. And may not always get the best feedback from it if somebody's really not ready, or if it is. But on the other side of it, it's better to say something and be wrong than it is to not have somebody. But like I said, that's the hardest part of it. And it's what makes mental health, we don't have bruises on our face, or a cast on our leg, or surgery, or what, that kind of stuff. So it's a lot harder to recognize in other people.
Heidi, real quick, what are some of the programs that you offer? What are some of the, if someone wanted to get in touch with you or the organization, how they go about doing that?
So healingheightsfoundation.com is basically the hub and the resource center. We're not a brick and mortar place. We're basically a resource for, hey, let's get you to the right place.
Distributor almost.
We've teamed up right now with North Point, which is a great organization. They're newer to Lincoln. They've been in Omaha for a while, and they're around other places in the country. They'll be at the event on the 21st. But they're a great resource. If they don't have the ability or what you need, they will also help get you to the right place, where we're in talks with places like Cedars and some other local places to be able to say, hey, we have the ability to help get you in the right place too. So
if a team wanted to get registered, and how many can they have on each team? You
can have up to 4 on a team. That's kind of fluid. We're if you have 5 and you're like, we all want to be together, knock yourselves out.
Right.
But you can go to healingheights.com and register from that. It's super easy. You can create a team there. You can do it as an individual. Anything after Monday, can't guarantee a swag bag and t-shirt stuff, but we're actually going to let people register up into the day of.
Folks, if you check our socials, we're going to have that listed on there as well. One of the things I love about you, particular Heidi, the organization, is you're very transparent, and people are not alone out there. And that is, and you look at our social landscape right now. There's a lot of people that are dealing with some things mentally. Obviously 9/11, the things in the political spectrum right now. Folks, you don't got to do that thing alone, regardless of what it may be. Every hill is tough. But I think Hell on a Hill is a perfect example. You don't have to climb it alone. There's someone there to help you navigate those tough times. Heidi, any last closing words?
No, I think if this strikes a chord, whether it's somebody you know or yourself personally, like, just come out on Sunday, whether you want to actually do the event or not, and be part of the community that we're trying to create, and hear some awesome words from you. You're going to kick us off, which I'm super excited about.
Oh dear. I don't mean that. Sorry. It was habit.
I still love you.
Yeah, it was habit.
But it's such an impactful day. Last year we had the fire department, which they're going to do again. They're going to take the first lap for us because they're front lines to mental health calls.
Yes.
We had about 17, 18, 19 UNL students come. They didn't actually do the event, but they walked a little bit. They took pictures. They were awesome being there. So it just turns out to be a really impactful day as far as bringing community together. We're all there for the same purpose, and trying to make this conversation that's a little bit more normal for people.
I'm looking at the weather.
Oh gosh, this was an issue last year.
No, there's only, and you know how
it looks good right now.
It looks good right now.
Yes.
I just picked up my phone, we're good. Folks, Heidi Grant, healingheightsfoundation.org or just healingheights.org?
Healingheightsfoundation.com.
Healingheightsfoundation.com. Again, that's healingheightsfoundation.com. Heidi, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for being a beacon of light. I appreciate you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Out there. Folks, we'll be back to talk some NFL action, and I'm going to hug Nick and his cheeks on his face. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
A fall aeration by Judson Irrigation will help maintain your lawn by maximizing the effectiveness of your watering and fertilization. Judson will flag the locations of your sprinkler heads, followed by a deep core aeration to give your lawn the breath of fresh air it needs. Schedule your aeration today. Your lawn will love you for it.
Let us aerate today to ensure a healthy head start for your lawn next spring. Go to judsonirrigation.com or call Judson Bylene 402-420-6277.
When your home fills up with family, Aloe Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all. And full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters. And the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a few sprinkles possible this morning. Otherwise, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and hot with a high near 92. Tonight, mainly clear skies, continued breeze, low around 71. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and hot with a high near 94. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Western Sand and Gravel is hiring for a variety of positions at their sand and gravel plants near Ashland. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Available positions include plant operators, dredge operators, and shop service technicians. They offer great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, paid holidays, and paid time off. No matter your experience level, on-the-job training is available to help you build a rewarding career with Western Sand and Gravel. Start your career today. Visit westernsand.com.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Harvest season is here, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade now. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends September 30th, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
On this fabulous Friday, again, want to thank, Heidi Brandt from Healing Heights Foundation. And again, that event, Hell on the Hill, is September 21st, a week from this Sunday. And when it comes to mental health, it is something that I'm glad, Nick, we joke a lot, but all due seriousness, man, that people are becoming more open about it, or more transparent about it. Because like I mentioned, a college buddy of mine chose a permanent solution for a temporary problem, suicide. He didn't get help. We didn't know we needed help as far as it goes. Like she meant, and at that time there was a huge stigma, and I think there still is, Nick, but you did a great job of bringing that up, that thankfully we're starting to see and starting to say it's okay. It's like I was sharing with the company up, in all my speeches put up in Norfolk. If the piece of that multi-million-dollar equipment, there's a problem with it,
yeah,
you're not going to say, oh, it'll figure itself out. Just, if there's a light lighting up, I'll just figure. No, when we have those dashboards, those emotional and personal dashboards that light up and say, hey, something is off here. I'm doing too much of this or not enough of this. Those are those lights warning you, get it checked out.
Yeah.
But when it comes to us as humans, for some reason, and not all, but at times, we keep going to our own demise. So I'm so appreciative and thank God for Heidi Brandt, the organization, the foundation, man. So great for that.
Yeah, and if you register for a team, you'll get to hear AD.
Yes, I will not be participating, of course.
Why of course?
See,
your back's fixed.
Folks, you know what? Now no more Doug the dog. Now I'm going to be Dougie Fresh.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to throat punch you, Nick. But after I'm done, I will
here
still love you. Yeah. I will still love you. Folks, I tried my hardest to watch the NFL game last night, and I stayed up. I was telling Nick, I got about 1.5 to 2 minutes in the third quarter. I was listening to our guy, Raph. If you're not listening, Raph is on. Raph's Good Take Monday through Thursday evenings at 9 o'clock. So I was listening to Raph, watching the game, and it wasn't even one of their faults that I went to sleep. I was just tapped, man. So I woke up with my phone on half on my face, half on my chin, about 1, and went back to bed. But the good thing about YouTube TV, you just go back and watch it.
Yeah.
So I replayed it to the highlights, watched the top plays.
There's nothing like watching a sporting event live, though.
Yeah, you're true. But I was not alive.
Whoa!
At least
yes,
just
you were.
mentally. At least
you
just
were just asleep.
Yeah, I was just asleep. I was not alive mentally. I was checked out, and I needed that sleep.
Yes, you did.
But it was. I tell you what.
Busy 4 days in Norfolk.
It was a busy 4 days, brother. It was busy. But I tell you what. Who got busy, man. Jordan Love got busy. 214 passing yards in the first quarter. That's his first time doing that in his career in the first half. He finished 19 of 31, 292, 2 TDs. Josh Jacobs says, don't forget about me. 10th consecutive game with a rushing TD. That's a record. And their tight end, Kraft, 6 catches, $124, and a TD. The most by a tight end since Richard Rodgers was catching passes from the Pittsburgh Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, in 2015. Yes. So you
said Pittsburgh Steelers, Richard Rodgers, while they were on the Packers.
See, if you let me finish instead of questioning me like I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes, because I went to Lincoln High School
you didn't watch
and
the
you
game.
went to Pius X, you think you're superior to me from an intellectual part, and I don't like that.
Not one bit.
Yes, you did, because you looked at me very smug, very, very Pius X smuggish, like very 70th and grandmother's kitchen smuggish.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You looked at me like, well,
Maybe you take things too personal.
No, I think you're tad, just kind of tad.
You want to go at it right now?
I can't because my back is.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Old age.
Nick, overall
Yeah.
thoughts on the game last night? Because I tell you, do you think, I want your thoughts on overall, is Green Bay a contender or a pretender?
I think Green Bay's legit. Here's the thing. Green Bay might be legit. Now, the defense is really, really good. They did an incredible job, excuse me, right out of the gate on Jaden Daniels and that entire Washington offense. Did a really nice job. And this is still with Micah Parsons on some sort of a snap count. I mean, we're talking. Kirk Herbstreit was saying on the broadcast last night at the start of the game that Micah was going to play probably about 30 to 40 snaps last night.
44.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot. I mean, it is, yes, but it's not as much as we're accustomed to seeing Micah Parsons. And I think there's some things. Jeff Hafley is the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. Former head coach where, AD? In college. Do you remember? Nebraska beat this opponent last season.
Give me a second. Hafley.
Don't think Big Ten Conference.
Jeez, tell me.
Boston College.
BC.
No, Jeff Hafley was
I wouldn't have got that one. I was thinking regular season.
That's okay. Jeff Hafley was the head coach prior to leaving his job as the head coach and becoming the defensive coordinator with the Packers a couple of years ago, which then Bill O'Brien eventually goes to Boston College. But what he's doing defensively with Micah is really interesting to where that, like last night at some points in the game, they lined him on the interior and like had him down in the dirt in the interior defensive line area. I mean, like just things like that where the opposing quarterback has to be aware of where he's at every single play. The ability to take some sort of the concentration away from everything else and focus it play after play on Micah Parsons, on Rashawn Gary, on everybody else that Packers defense has. Jeff Hafley's kind of in his bag right now. And this is a big year for him and potentially getting a head coaching job in the NFL.
Nick, you talked about Micah Parsons. He has definitely proven his worth right now. And the numbers just last night alone, you think about him, he got 0.5 sacks, so half a sack, 3 QB hits, 6 pressures, and 44 snaps. And those 2 rookie tackles for Washington had issues.
Yeah.
The Micah Parsons effect, Nick, is real.
Yeah, it
is. It is real because Jaden Daniels had absolutely no time for the majority of the night there in Lambeau. And I like Washington. I like them, but I think, Nick, it wasn't so much Washington. It was not being that good because they're a good football team.
Yeah, they're a playoff team.
But Green Bay, man.
Yeah,
they are showing some things, bro.
Well, and offensively, I mean, Josh Jacobs is really good, and we sometimes forget about how much they can lean on Josh Jacobs, just because, I mean, what was it? He had over 20 carries in last night's game as well, over 70 yards rushing, and so I just think that when you look at Green Bay, they're so balanced offensively. Sure, the Tucker Kraft piece of it is one thing. Now they're going to have to figure out something in the wide receiver room. Jaden Reed broke his collarbone last night, and so he did that early in the game. And so we'll see who they try to task to replace it. But you had Wicks that stepped up early in the game, had a couple of catches. Romeo Dobbs had just shy of 30 yards receiving. They don't have the guy on the perimeter. That is, they don't have somebody that can go out and get them yards after yards after yards. Tucker Kraft, can you rely on him to have 80 to 115 yards a game? I don't know. I'm curious in the passing game, who does Jordan Love develop that relationship with? Because Matthew Golden also hasn't been one that they've really leaned heavily on, or tried to at least. And so we got asked about the white uniforms last night. I thought the entire spectacle was cool on TV. All the fans were decked out in white. All the uniforms. Things are pretty cool. You can create a pretty cool image when you have alternate uniforms like that. Huh?
Thomas and Lincoln, what's up, brother? Good morning. He goes, we'll get back to the subject. How do you feel if your Steelers got Cheetah? I think if the Steelers got Tyreek Hill, being in a Steelers organization, it wouldn't be the first time that, that Tomlin was able to handle big personalities, but I would say he would have a short leash.
There's a lot of unfortunate.
I would not mind Thomas Lincoln, put it that way.
There's baggage that comes with Tyreek Hill. Obviously, there's some new stuff legally that just popped out a couple of days ago, domestic violence wise, that you're gonna, you kind of have to sift through. I think it's just a moments away from Miami crumbling. Like I don't know.
They're in trouble, man.
Like the whole like Jalen Waddle situation, like just what happens with Jalen Waddle, what happens with obviously Tyreek Hill, who's the bigger name of the two. Tua Tagovailoa's career feels like it's on the downslope. They don't. I mean, Devon Achane, it was looked at as potential top 10 running back in the league last year. Didn't happen that time, and so it's just you look around. There's not a whole lot of promising pieces.
Nick, think about what we're saying too. It is week 2.
It is
week 2.
Think about where we're talking about too. It's
week
Miami.
2. Yeah, Miami.
Why can't I don't. That's what I don't understand. Why can't Miami win?
I think it starts with their GM.
Sure. And head coach Mike McDonald,
GM,
not Mike McDonald,
McDaniels, and then Tua. I just don't think he's the same quarterback. I'm sorry. I just think there's a litany of issues going on in Miami right now, man. It could be a long season.
AD, I think we're going to start to see towards week 7, week 8 of the season. We're going to be able to have more specific conversations and be able to actually point to things. I think we're going to see some teams really tank. Which is unfortunate, but I think you're going to see teams like New Orleans. You're going to see teams like Miami potentially. The Giants won't because they got Jackson Dart. Jets won't need to because they have Justin Fields. Obviously, like the Vikings have. Like I don't know what other teams there are possibility. There's a possibility to try to position themselves that need a quarterback. If the Bears don't play well, it's not like they're going to move on from Caleb Williams, but where do they kind of position themselves?
Well, they're locked in with their GM.
They are. They're locked in with GM. They're locked in with their head coach. They're locked in with a lot of pieces of that roster. But next year's NFL draft is so quarterback heavy that it feels like it's an opportunity for some of these teams to maybe find new faces of the franchise.
Money G and Kansas. The Steelers might as well go get Ray Lewis also. He goes, sorry, not just a fan of the backwards of the hill. And you know what, Money G, I'm with you in that I think Pittsburgh is fine with Austin as well as the number 2 guy. You got Metcalf. And Money G, I'm with you. I don't think Pittsburgh, listen, you just got rid of some drama with Pickens and all the talent in the world. Do you really want to bring that smoke in your locker room right now? You're still trying to get acclimated to Rodgers. Rodgers getting acclimated to them. And Money G, I'm with you. As much as he brings talent-wise, will his off-the-field issues and the mental issues, will that take away? Does it negate it, Nick? So I think that's a thing for me. I'm going to just ask you this real quick, Nick. I probably wouldn't mess with Tyreek Hill right now because there's too many unknowns. You know what I'm saying? There's way too many unknowns from a legal standpoint. And I would find if they're looking for a number 2 or number 3, as far as that goes, I would probably look elsewhere. You just don't need that smoke in the Steelers locker room right now.
I don't know. I mean, we have to compartmentalize that this is not the Tyreek Hill of 5 or 6 years ago.
I love the guy.
And we're finding out that, maybe Tyreek Hill in the Chiefs offense and the way that the Chiefs were able to utilize him with guys like Patrick Mahomes around him and other players, that he was able to be better than what he actually is nowadays. I mean, Tyreek Hill is 31 years old. It's not, he's not old by any means, but
he ain't 26
now
no
he's,
more.
he's definitely on the back end of his career in compared to where he was, 5 or 6 years ago with Kansas City. I mean, this is a guy that he had fewer than 1,000 yards receiving last year, and injuries have been kind of a pop up there. I also wonder how much of it is Miami, how much of it is being in the area of Miami. And you have all the lights and the glitz and the glam and the things to do outside of football down there with Miami, to where a guy with Tyreek Hill's pedigree and his experiences and all the stuff he's been through, you throw in millions of dollars and you throw in the name and you throw in all the people that surround him automatically because he is who he is. Does that cause a distraction away from football to then that seeps into the football field? If you put him in a place like Pittsburgh, or if you put him in a place like a Denver or somewhere, does he become more effective just because there's so much less going on off the football field?
Nick, I think you bring up a valid point, man. I really do. If somebody already has a propensity to kind of flirt on that edge a little bit like Tyreek does, it's amazing how many things don't happen to you where you're not in those areas for it to happen. How often do you see guys get in trouble in Green Bay?
Very few.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's where they're at, But at the same time, though, regardless of where you're at, and I'm not casting a judgment on anybody. Lord knows I got my faults. But there's a lot of guys who've played at Miami Never got in trouble. There's guys in play in Vegas, the adult playground of the world, don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it comes down about just taking care of your business.
We get asked this question on the text line: Waddle or Hill? Which one are you taking?
I'm probably taking Waddle.
I'm taking Waddle as well.
Yeah.
5 years younger.
Yeah.
Less
baggage.
Less baggage.
Yeah.
There's more potential upside. I think you're taking either one of those guys on what you hope they can do for you or what they can bring to your organization. Similar receivers, right?
And less tread on the tires for Waddle.
100%. Yeah, 5 years is a lot of tread. So there you have it.
Folks, again, your Green Bay Packers, if you're a cheesehead, you are looking pretty good right now after week 2, Thursday night, first primetime game in Green Bay for the season. They wore the all white, and they came out looking pretty good. In closing, the Commanders took a hit. 4 players total injured last night for the Commanders.
I have to say this, get on my little soapbox here. Big Bird on the text line says, I accidentally drafted Kraft in fantasy football. So glad that I did for last night, LOL. This is the problem I have with fantasy football.
Pretty good.
Is that people just hope, and not you, Big Bird, necessarily, but this is why I want to quit every league that I'm a part of. Because I go, you have people in the leagues that don't pay attention, that don't really know things. And this, once again, is not you, Big Bird. But they just whether they hit a button, they don't know anything about the players, and they just look at the rankings and they say, okay, I need my buys to match up so I can play a tight end when my starting tight end's on bye. They just draft and they hope for the best. And those are the guys that end up winning. And so it just is unfortunate because it's, that's what pisses me off about fantasy football and why there's a chance I'm fantasy football-less next year.
Well, Nick, here's the deal, man.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Next,
Give me some philosophy.
I was winning by a pretty good margin against my opponent last week, and then the fourth quarter happened. With Allen and it was all she wrote.
You know why I'm mad this week is because Xavier Worthy got hurt and George Kittle's on IR. So that's why I'm mad. So Big Bird, I didn't mean to take it out on you, but you brought up a sore subject.
Folks, we got history. We come back. We got Husker football at the top of the hour. We'll talk weekend picks and weekend matchups at 10:30. But who is Houston Christian? But when we come back, we got history. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. So join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Find your nearest club and join today. Deal ends September 12th.
See Home Club for details.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Advanced Medical Imaging is hosting their 3rd annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk on October 11th at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. Hear inspiring stories from survivors, enjoy local food truck vendors, a live DJ, and other family-friendly activities as we unite to bring awareness about breast cancer. Check-in begins at 8:30 a.m. with the walk starting at 9. Register your team today for Advanced Medical Imaging's 3rd annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk online at amimaging.com. Let's walk for those we've lost, for those still fighting, and for a future without breast cancer.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Okay. Here we go. If I could have today. You just don't stop giving, do you? Green flag, we're underway. The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds. 3 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs. You guys can't drive. Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 26th through the 28th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer. Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back on this fabulous Friday. Nick, it is absolutely gorgeous outside, man.
It is.
But it's going to be a hot one, I hear.
Yeah, they're allowing fans to bring in one unopened bottle of water to the game.
Not Grey Goose in the water bottle.
No, it's got to be unopened.
Hmm?
It's got to be sealed.
Absolutely. Sealed, like sealed with the plastic thingy around it still.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Got to be sealed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, also, if you got to bring Grey Goose to Houston Christian, Nebraska, I mean, just don't even show
up. There's an issue.
Yeah.
This segment is brought to you by our good friend Jack Russell, the Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected rep since 1999. Can help protect your home, your vehicle, your family, or even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. Nick, I'm actually speaking for the Farm Bureau yearly at their annual meeting in Kearney, Nebraska in December.
Is that so?
Yes.
Kearney?
Yes. We're speaking about farming.
There you go.
From a black perspective.
Something about you know well. Somebody, IQ Crew on the text line, says that's a throat punch take, Nick. Is Pius too smart for fantasy football? Not one bit. I actually had a lot of people agreeing with me about fantasy football.
Well, I tell you what, my fellow. See, there you go, Nick. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's that you're always looking for ways to take shots at me. And I'm always looking for ways to uplift you, to encourage you.
Is that right?
To give you hope.
Okay.
And you tease me about everything.
Haven't done a great job.
Yeah, you see, even that you insult me within the insult. You know what I'm saying? You sneak.
I'm a layer. I'm a layered onion. I'm an onion.
Old Dad 34.
I'm complex but simple.
Old Dad 34. He goes, AD, when Nick is being rude, call him Nicky
Nope.
Bear. He will start being nice.
I'm not rude. I tell it how it is. I'm being honest. Would you rather have somebody that fabricates or is honest?
Well, Nick,
the fact that we even have to think
you
about
definitely
this.
do the former. You fabricate a lot.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't fabricate.
You don't fabricate, but you take a lot of shots. You take a lot of shots.
Yeah, it's not fabricating. I'm
yeah,
honest.
Well, I don't know if you're being honest.
If the shots are a result of me being honest, I'm being honest.
Oh, so you're the philosophy, hurt me with the truth, not with a lie mentality?
Yeah, would you?
Okay. I just hurt you.
Big Bird makes a good point. He's trying to help you with your speaking. Iron sharpens iron. Thank you. There's only a few of us. Hey, there's only a few of us, Big Bird, that actually understand it.
So smug. So smug.
A lot of haters.
If you line everybody in the studio up and just said which kid with the pious, you would be glaring. It would be glaring.
Whoa, hold on. That's stereotyping.
It would be glaring.
That's stereotyping.
No, it's a fact.
If you said which kid went to Pius,
It's glaring.
that's stereotyping.
Because it's your personality, the way you would look at the person.
Pius
looking
is
at
a
you.
very diverse school.
In uniforms only.
Oh, okay. Hey, I appreciate those uniforms. I didn't have to buy school clothes. Well, other than uniforms. It was, what do I want to wear today? I got tan shorts, and then I get to choose the variety of the spice. Variety's the spice of life.
Pies and tan is very diverse. Yeah, the lunch menu.
They used to make these. I tell you, there's one recipe that I missed. This is back in my fat kid days. There is. I mean, they used to make these Oreo blondies. They called them. I mean, and it was. I used to get scolded by my parents because they would the way that it would work. You just scan your ID and it would come out of your account, and your parents just pay the account every month or whatever it is. I honestly don't know how it worked. And so I used to get not scolded, but a stern talking to by my parents because I would get 2 Oreo blondies every couple of days, and I'd get home at the end of the month, and my mom's like, Nicholas, why are you having? You take a lunch from home every day. Why do you need to get? What are we paying for? Well, Mom, Propels, and because they had Propel, so it was well, Mom, Propels and Oreo blondies. Yeah.
For the history segment, we talked about Nick's Oreo blondies from Pius the 10th.
If anybody has the recipe, if the cooks from Pius the 10th are listening, please
give them love.
Pass them on.
Give them love.
Pass the Oreo blonde recipe over.
Well, 41 years ago, which seems absurd, it just seems crazy it's been that long ago, Dwight Gooden, the New York Mets, sets a rookie strikeout record at 251 back in 1984. Nick, I'm going to ask you this real quick before the break. What athlete, now granted, of course, we joke a lot, but seriously, you're at 24 years old.
Yeah.
What athletes retired that seems like they should still be playing? What's happening, Ellie? Who's wilding the truck out there?
I don't know.
Text us and let us know who that was. Wave that in the truck, and thank you much. What athlete has been gone? Why are you laughing at me, man?
Nothing. What's up? What athlete's been? What athlete's
in your
been
lifetime?
retired?
It seems like it's been like, man, that dude's been gone for a while. He's retired or she's retired.
Well, the first one that comes to my mind is Andrew Luck. Is somebody that retired that you feel like should still be playing, should still be doing something. I mean, just because I remember watching, I was sitting in Riskies over there on 48th and Layton. I was sitting in Riskies watching the Chiefs and Colts playoff game, the wild card game, and that was the last one that Andrew Luck played in. And I mean, so that's one. I mean, gosh dang, that's the first and foremost one that comes to my mind. Who's that for you?
You know, I'm trying to think, Nick. That's a good question. Honestly, I haven't thought about it. I would, if it was football, I would probably say, I don't even know. I mean, there's so many names that jumping out there. I wouldn't even know. Yeah. Yeah. There's so many of them in all sports. And I obviously, mine is twice the amount of yours. simply just age alone. So I wouldn't even know. There's a lot of them. I will tell you that, though.
Eric says, stay away from my Riskies, Nick. Isn't Riskies dead? Like, it's Lil Riskies now on the north side of town.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called Lil Riskies.
Okay. Boat Anchor. Boat Anchor, that's another good one. Barry Sanders. That's actually a very good one, Boat Anchor. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Barry is one of those that it's been forever since he's been retired.
Yeah.
And yet when you see him on video, it's like, goodness gracious. And if he would have had the offensive line like Emmitt Smith's line, he's not taking anything from Emmitt Smith, he'd still be running. Good Lord. Good Lord. Folks, we'll be back. Who is Houston Christian? What are their top guys? What do we got to do? Well, hopefully not a lot, but we'll see. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
A fall aeration by Judson Irrigation will help maintain your lawn by maximizing the effectiveness of your watering and fertilization. Judson will flag the locations of your sprinkler heads, followed by a deep core aeration to give your lawn the breath of fresh air it needs. Schedule your aeration today. Your lawn will love you for it.
Let us aerate today to ensure a healthy head start for your lawn next spring. Go to judsonirrigation.com or call Judson Bylene 402-420-6277.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: a few sprinkles possible this morning. Otherwise, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and hot with a high near 92. Tonight, mainly clear skies, continued breeze, low around 71. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and hot with a high near 94. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Sartor Heyman Jewelers is celebrating 120 years as Lincoln's top choice for fine jewelry. Join us for our anniversary sale going on now through September 14th. Enjoy an exclusive 20 to 75% savings on dazzling diamond jewelry, exquisite rings, and luxury watches. This once-a-year event is our way of saying thank you to a community that has supported us over a century. Come enjoy our lowest prices of the year and celebrate this milestone with us now through September 14th at Sartor Heyman Jewelers.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Rollouts has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Off will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloff.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Monfisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Pumps in a bump,
Junk in the trunk.
Boy, I walked in and gave him a pat. Hey, let's go time. And it punched me back.
It did.
Butt cheek.
I know, leg day.
Was it leg day today?
Not today, yesterday it was. So that kind of actually hurt a little bit. There was some hangover soreness. But I stayed strong.
Nick, so what's like a typical leg day for you when you go in?
So it's normally obviously squats. So I'll usually run, walk on an incline for 15 minutes. And then we go on a 10 incline. So the way I get through it though, AD, you know what I tell myself? I find 5 songs to play. Five of my favorite songs. It changes. It varies day to day. But I go into the gym and I push the treadmill up to a 10 incline, and I go at a 4.0. So it's a nice speedy brisk walk on a 10 incline, and I go, I got to get through these 5 songs, and that's all I got to do today. Not all I got to do. I got to lift. But I'm like, there's nothing more I hate than treadmills and cardio. And so I tell myself, just get through these 5 songs, and I don't even worry about the time, because I go 3 minutes and 15 seconds per song. We're looking a little over 16 minutes in totality. Yeah. We're good.
What's the name of that group you love now?
Oh, this is Quinn 92.
So I'm sure he's in that show.
Yeah, he is. I get to see him for the 4th time in 2 weeks.
It's getting kind of stalkerish now, Nick.
No, not at all.
It's getting kind of stalkerish now,
2 weeks from today. Or tomorrow. 2 weeks from tomorrow.
4th time seeing him.
I got to travel this one.
Kind of stalkerish.
Well, it worked out really well because it's a Husker bye week.
Okay.
It worked out incredibly well because he's got a show, not in Nebraska, but
where are you going?
I'm going south.
Okay, cool. Love it, man. Love it.
Going to a place in Texas.
Awesome.
But anyway,
fourth time
that we get to see him. Just saw him at Red Rocks in June.
Okay, I'd be telling security, that guy right there is
there's no reason
3
for
other
that.
cities, and he's kind of always parked out towards the back over here, just staring at me profusely. Security, keep a guy on the swim.
There's no
keep a guy on the guy with the rosy cheeks and the beard going on over there.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on him.
Hey, the best part,
talking about Doug the dog. You're Doug the dog.
Yeah, but the best part was 80. So if you're watching on the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream today, you might see that I have less hair than I did yesterday, and partially balding, but partially because I got a haircut yesterday. I mean, it's fresh. It's fresh.
It's clean, man.
And AD, no, I'm saying it's like a fresh cut, like it's fresh. It's not sharp or anything. But AD walks in and goes, "Oh, did you get a haircut?"
I said, "It looks good."
I looked at him and I said, "No, AD, this has been the length of my hair the last 2 months."
See, why would you say? See, folks,
because what kind of question is it that I get a haircut?
Because folks, I hadn't seen him since last Friday.
We're on the video stream.
But you can't see us well on the stream. You have your headphones on. I came in, it was a compliment. I said, "It looks good." AD, no, it's 2 months old. See, it was very pious. It was very condescending.
Stereotype again.
I don't understand. I'm gonna work on you, Nick. Remember,
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna
After
do?
we're done, I'm taking you back in the conference room.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you a motivational talk about
Please do.
attitude over everything.
Please do.
And now sometimes you just call things out.
Would you rather have honesty?
I'm gonna honestly punch you in the throat.
No, you're not. We say that so often. It's getting out of hand. Maybe we say that too much.
Calling DF to 1040 O Street. DF, you know how we do it Northside. Please come take care of this for me.
I'm a
if you would,
North Sider.
please.
I live on the North Side.
No, you're the new North Side. We've talked about this.
84 the Holdridge is north.
You're the new North Side in fresh new condos, and you're by several eateries.
You don't know where I live.
Yes, I do. You have security. You just can't come. You have to buzz to come in.
That's not true.
That's what you.
I open up my garage.
Huh?
I open up my garage.
Oh.
I actually have an issue with this. I'm glad we stumbled upon this
Mhm.
because I woke up this morning to the sound of somebody weed eating. The mowers were out there today.
That's not allowed in the new North Side.
Well, no, it is. But why on God's green earth are we doing it at 6:15 in the morning?
Did you call the neighborhood association?
I did not.
Knowing you probably did.
I did
this
not.
is uncalled for. I will not tolerate this.
But it's
in my habitat.
I look at the clock and it's 6:12, and I go, "Why are we mowing?"
Because they got jobs to do, man.
I understand that.
Eric, thank you.
I get that.
The condensation.
What is it?
Out of
What oozes out?
condensation? As in, you're very condescending. You really are. You really are, Nick. You really are. It just oozes.
How do you
out.
pronounce that word?
Condensation?
Condensation.
Yeah. You just dog people all the
There's a
time.
lot of condensation coming off of my drink. Oh my gosh.
You're very condescending, Nick. Very condescending. Very condescending. And you can't help it. You can't help it. How do you say it?
Condescending.
You're very condescending.
There you go.
You're very condescending. I was reading what he typed in.
No, so you're blaming
Because
Eric.
No, Eric is right because that what he's talking about is a liquid form of what you're doing. You're just oozing it out of your body, out of your pores of just piousness, of bouginess, of I'm better than you, uppity.
Okay.
Even your last name is kind of uppity.
Oh, is it really? Now you're coming after the last name. Now you're coming after the last name.
It's like that movie. It's like when that movie. What's the one with the doggone boat sinks? You know what I'm talking about, man.
The boat sinks.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Great
talking
description.
about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, folks.
Titanic.
Titanic.
Oh.
Yeah. Remember, he goes, "We're part of the Nebraska Saints." Yeah, you're part of the Nebraska Saints, the upper echelon.
Not at
Saints.
all.
Yeah, you are. Even how you look at me sometimes when I walk in. Hey,
Stop.
Hey.
No. I go, hey,
It's
what's
always-
up, AD?
It's always when your nose is kind of up in the air, though, a little bit.
That's just because I'm working on my posture. I don't know where that came from.
Always looking down on others. See, that's why it is. That's why
Is that yeah. How's the weather down there, AD?
You peasant.
Yeah. No. So this comes from the man that stayed at the Marriott in Norfolk. Didn't even know they had a Marriott in Norfolk. They probably built it because then on every few times a year that AD shows up, AD probably has his name on the side of the building.
Yeah, don't let this guy back.
This is the Aaron Davis wing. This block of room belongs to Aaron Davis, personally funded by Aaron Davis.
Yeah, right.
That's what happened.
Oh boy, I tell you, folks, someone that should be looking down on somebody else tomorrow. It sure as heck better be Nebraska looking down on Houston Christian. It's a game to where, I heard Sip and those guys say something, Nick, and all due seriousness, I'm with them. I just want this game over with so we can talk about Michigan. However, we can't put the cart before the horse on this thing. Houston Christian finished their best year last year in program history. And obviously, they made some changes as far as alignment and conferences, things of that nature. But they finished 5-7 last year, 3-4 in the Southland Conference. They were tied for 5th. And that was the most wins they've had in a very long time there. Second-year coach, actually, is it Batchel or Battle? How do you pronounce his last name? Jason Batchel is their second-year head coach. He was the HCU. He spent 1 year as their offensive coordinator and quarterbacks in 2023. And he was a long history of high school coaching there in the Texas area as well. Nick, why are you laughing, man?
Well, I'm laughing because on the text line, somebody goes, Titanic? I was thinking Gilligan's Island. A 3-hour tour.
The Love Boat? That didn't sink.
Yeah.
They were on for 25 years.
Yeah. Never went away.
Never went away. This is the first time we meet the Huskies tomorrow. Some of the returning production is not much because they had a mass exodus of guys last year. So some of their returning production is somewhat skewed because these guys are still new. But they do have some top returners, and they have like almost a three-headed monster at running back, Nick. They have Champ Dozier, a name you keep track of. He's a sophomore all-conference kick returner as well. Darrell Evans is a running back senior. He was second on Houston's Christians with 480 yards rushing last year. And Deuce, I love that name, Deuce McKillen, he's their wide receiver. He's a team's second leading receiver. They lost their top guy to USTA on last year during the transfer portal, so he is actually gone. Why are you smiling?
Because I got things going on in the background. So either way,
so you see again, you're not even. I don't even mean enough for you to even pay attention when I'm talking.
One other guy Nebraska needs to know. I'm going to work right into your conversation here, AD, because I can multitask.
That's a shot.
Is Zayshawn Edwards? Zayshawn Edwards. He's a guy. He's one of the leading rushers on this team for Houston Christian. A guy that had multiple Power 4 offers. He's from the state of Texas. Had multiple Power 4 offers to places like Houston, Baylor, Texas Tech, a couple other places like that, but ran into some off-the-field stuff, academic stuff as well that forced him to be at Houston Christian.
I love his name
for this first season, and he's probably one of the playmaker that I would say Nebraska has to worry the most about out of everyone. I think Nebraska's secondary is going to continue to do their job. Once again, we said at the beginning of the year before even the Cincinnati game, this secondary is the strength of this defense. But the rushing defense is where there is a little bit of cause for concern. And so hopefully going forward, when Nebraska faces Zayshawn Edwards this weekend, but then also the guy at the backs from Michigan State, Maryland, in that order, they're going to have to be able to be better in the run defense area. And so this is, once again, step one. Akron was able to run the ball to a certain extent last week. To actually be able to drive it down kind of the throat of the defense. And so Nebraska's got to figure out a way to limit the rushing attack for Houston Christian tomorrow.
And if they bring in a quarterback, Jake Weir, he was a transfer from Mississippi State. He did not appear in a game during his 4 years there in Starkville. But you got a guy that's played big-time Power 4 football that's going to come in. He's not going to – the lights aren't going to be too bright for him tomorrow morning there at 11 o'clock. Nick, those 11 a.m. kickoffs, man, how much does that change your day? As far as compared to like a 2:30 or 6:30 being press, etc.
Selfishly, I love it because we're out of here by 5 or so on a Saturday after post game coverage. In comparison to last week when we're leaving at midnight, 12:30 in the morning. So I think that selfishly, I enjoy the 11 a.m. kickoffs. I also, this is going to come across a little more harsh than maybe I intend it for, but there's no reason for this game not to just be done quick. Like there's no reason that Nebraska fans or Nebraska should have to wait. It's similar to the mantra of what Mickey Joseph said last week for Grambling going into Ohio State. We know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen tomorrow in Memorial Stadium. Nebraska's going to beat them. Nebraska's going to win. I'm 99.999% confident that Nebraska's going to win. I can't imagine a world to where Nebraska doesn't beat Houston Christian tomorrow.
There better not be a world where they
that's what I'm saying. So it's like there's no reason to delay. There's no reason to put this off. Just get it done and over with. Move on to Michigan. Celebrate it for an hour or two. On to Michigan, and here we go. Big Ten Conference slate around the corner. You're 3-0.
Text on the text line 402-464-5685. What Husker do you want to see more of tomorrow? I want to put it out there. What Husker do you want to see more of tomorrow? Nick, I bring that question.
In terms of younger guys?
Yeah. What else do you want to see tomorrow? And Nick, I'm bringing that question up because of this. And I told you this earlier this week. I'm curious to see if Nebraska if it rolls over to what they did against Akron, if they continue this. Because that was something that, Matt Rule, when he was on the McAfee show, he was talking about that. They almost came down and had a chance to score, as far as the field goal.
Yeah.
I want to see Nebraska at the middle eight, that last 4 minutes of the second, that first 4 minutes of third. I want them to dominate that middle eight to the game is done. Now, if we're being completely transparent here, and it's just a sheer numbers thing, it's a talents thing, it's a depth thing, this game should be over in the middle of the second quarter from a will standpoint. Even if the score doesn't show it, per se, they should have the will of the Huskies already snatched away by the middle of the second quarter. So you get into that last 4 minutes. It's almost like that game, whatever it's called, Tekken. Finish him.
Yeah.
That should take place, Nick, within that first 4 minutes of that third quarter if Nebraska does what they did against Akron.
Yeah, I look for Nebraska to be even sharper than what they were against Akron. I think that And I don't know if that's too much expectation.
I don't think it is.
I don't think that's too much to ask for Nebraska to be sharper than what they were last week. You want, Matt Rule talked about it last year. We talk about it time and time again once we get to the end of the year, that nobody really cares about what happened in September. Nobody really cares when you're talking about what happens in November. So Nebraska just needs to continue improving the way they play week after week after week. And then the next week against Michigan, forget the opponent. We expect it to be sharper than the previous week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so clean game, no turnovers. They had a turnover last week, no turnovers this week. Go out there, like you said, take the will from them. Halftime, say, all right, reset, act like it's a 0-0 ball game, go out and do the same exact thing.
Snatch their will to play away early.
Jay always talks about and compares it to the games of the season to chapters in a book. And each week, each game is a new chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I almost would say look at tomorrow's matchup as two books, two separate chapters, where the first half is one, the second half is another. Because if Nebraska's in a spot to where we expect them to be tomorrow, and in a favorable position at the break, let's say they're up 35-0, 33-0 again. Look at the second half and say, okay, this is a new chapter for us. We need to operate like it's a 0-0 ball game and go out and put up another 35 points or be sharper than what we were in the first half. Like you have to, I think, continue to build on each piece of the season, both micro and macro. Micro being the second quarter needs to be sharper than the first quarter. The third and fourth quarters need to be sharper than the first half. And the game against Michigan needs to be sharper than the game against Houston Christian. Like, I think micro, macro, you got to keep on improving.
Nick, I agree with you 100% because you ought to see a trajectory of improvement, in these games. Good teams do that. They might have some hiccups here and there against better teams, but against your Akrons and Houston Christians, you have to literally just exert your will and saying, we're going to take the fight out of you. And I'm going to tell you what else I want to see, Nick. I want to see a clean game.
Yeah.
I don't want to see guys jumping off sides, just undisciplined penalties. Those are the ones to where if you don't get those taken control of in a game to where you're more relaxed, and that's the thing about them, Nick, I don't want them to relax tomorrow. That's the thing about it. You don't just hit that switch. Well, we're playing this team, so we're just going to no. That's one thing that Rule got about in the locker room. You have to have the go switch on all the time. Put your foot on their dang neck and do it all the time until you're out the game. But as long as you're in that game, don't have this mantra, well, we're up 35. Play like you're down 35. That was one thing, Nick, that's one thing that distinguishes great teams from good teams from bad teams. Great teams, they're always playing with, as Coach McBride would always say, with your hair on fire. It doesn't matter what the score is, who's in the game. In fact, as far as that goes, and Jay Foreman and Terrell will tell you the same thing, man. If you came in the game after they put in that work, don't you dare let them get back in with a field goal or even give them a hint that we're going to walk out of here with a respectable win. No, you want to absolutely punish them within the rules of the game, 100-yard field, 50 yards wide, punish them within that perimeter to where they have no hope. Don't give those things up because you get lazy and lackadaisical.
Here is, in one area, Nebraska somewhat took a step back from week 1 to week 2 was the penalties. They had double the amount of penalties in week 2.
You can't have that.
You can't have that. The margin for error against Akron and Houston Christian, it's going to be wider than what it would be against a team like Michigan. We know that, right? That's not a crazy statement to say. And so I think this week it's important for Nebraska to get back to executing clean, disciplined football, whether that means turnovers, whether that means penalties or lack thereof, and just go out and have this business-like approach to it. Matt Rule was asked yesterday what the first look is into Saturday's game. Here's what he had to say.
Well, I think you have to start with their defense, what they've done defensively. They give you a ton of different looks, okay? And so, I think there was one drive in the first 6 plays were 6 different fronts, and so you're constantly seeing different pictures. It's the way we play defense. So I think that presents a real challenge. They show different coverages. They've got some excellent football players. They have a kid 6 who I think is as good a player as you'll see. And so getting in the right play, knowing our issues, and converting on third down. They've only given up 1 conversion so far this year, and so that's difficult to do. Offensively, they're gonna run the football and with different runs than we normally see. They run counter, they run a stretch lead, they run insert. So some plays that we need to see. The quarterback's a good player. So I think the biggest challenge, though, is, when you go against the defense that's had that level of success, if they don't turn the ball over as many times as they did in the last game, they probably win the game. And so when someone turns the ball over that many times, you're pretty sure they probably practiced it all week. It's not like it's like the flu that you can't get rid of it. Like I'm sure they emphasize it. So we're not counting on getting turnovers. We're counting on having to play great defense and sustain drives, keep people out of the red zone, touchdown, hold them to field goals. And so
I want to go back to this point right here, because this is one thing I do think Nebraska needs to change their mentality on. And I'm not trying to nitpick what Matt Rule says, but this point right here.
When someone turns the ball over that many times, you're pretty sure they probably practiced it all week. It's not like it's like the flu that you can't get rid of it. Like I'm sure they emphasize it. So we're not counting on getting turnovers.
We're not counting on getting turnovers. Sure, I understand where he's coming from in that specific light and instance. But this is where I think Nebraska's defense needs to create some sort of edge, because at some point Nebraska has to take turnovers. They have to force turnovers. Nebraska, over even predating Matt Rule, but especially in these years of Matt Rule, they haven't been great at forcing turnovers. It's been a lot of other teams' mistakes that have allowed Nebraska to get takeaways. That's what I mean when you talk about the ability to really take the next step as a defense. Is can you go and get takeaways? Can you force turnovers? And we said the numbers the other day. The Nebraska's forced fumbles number is not that impressive. It wasn't in 2024. It's not that impressive right now through the first couple of games of the year. And when your run defense is suspect at best at times, or most of the time, you have to find other ways to make plays. And the ability to force fumbles or take away the football has to be an area where Nebraska probably should sharpen up a little bit at.
Nick, that statement he made, and like I said, I get where he's coming from, but like to kind of reiterate what you just said, when you play physical football, a team that you were physically stronger than, across the board, there better be some turnovers tomorrow.
There's no that's my point. Is like you look at it, and from a size standpoint, Nebraska's has the advantage there. Yeah, glaring size advantage there, especially up front. You look at just the skill level between the two teams. Nebraska is creme de la creme, top team, in terms of resources and in terms of strength and conditioning and weightlifting. And I mean, the best you can get. Not saying that they're in the best shape that you can be in, or they have the most physically dominating players in all of college football, but in comparison to the opponent that they're playing tomorrow, they do. And so once again, there's no excuse for Nebraska to not take away the football. Yeah, Houston Christian, what I would love to hear from whether it's John Butler or Matt Rule this week or whoever, what I would love to hear is, and maybe internally they're having these conversations and they just can't say it publicly, and that's okay too. But I would love to hear, we don't really care if they've been practicing holding on to the ball every single practice this week. We're going to go take away the football. We're going to go take the football away from them. We're going to force some turnovers. We're going to force the quarterback to be in some spots where he has to make a 50-50 throw and it's a jump ball and Deshaun Singleton picks it off. Or we're going to find a spot to where we have a couple of guys be able to hold up the running back and Vincent Shavers V9 comes in and rips it out of his lap. Like things like that. That's the mentality that I think Nebraska is starting to find. Coaches can say it, but then on the flip side of it, the players got to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and this quote here I just pulled up online in Nebraska Cornhuskers, the SI version, is the statement that Rule comes out with here. He goes, I'm expecting us to play better than we played last week. If we don't play better than we played last week, then we wasted a week.
There you go.
I like how he says that, Nick. Then we wasted a week because you wasted an opportunity before you know who comes in town to get some of those younger guys. And not just younger guys, just backups.
Yeah.
A lot more reps in a real game time environment, because a week from today, we know who's rolling into town.
We do.
You don't want to waste this week, man.
Coach Poogie.
Look at the little Poogie.
Yeah.
And you know what, Nick? Here's the thing about it. And we'll talk a lot about this all next week. But Michigan, you know what? It's not Michigan week, so I'm going to save it for next week. Let's put it that way.
Are you going to remember?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'll put it in my notes here, though. I can't type, Nick.
I know you can.
Do you know I can also read?
I can't. I do know that. You enjoy it.
Do you know I have a degree, a minor in English?
I did.
In English lit?
Yep.
So when you make fun of me like that I'm not, just not educated.
There you go.
Unable. See, there you go right there. See, that's, you know what, folks? I'll be back. I'm not sure if Nick will.
I'll just outrun him. Because for some reason, 80, never mind.
Folks, we got a lot of college football to discuss when we come back. Top weekend matchups. May even dip a little bit in the NFL. And, of course, me and Nick will give you our predictions for tomorrow's game at 11 a.m. against the Huskies.
We get to do a pregame show segment together tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was a little ticked off.
That's wild.
I'm trying.
And
I'm
I'm
like,
the mean one.
And I'm like, of all the people, I was like, I almost called Austin yesterday.
I see him every single day.
Yeah, I almost called Jake, and I was like, we got to do something here, rearrange some seats, do
Happily.
something like that.
Happily, I have better things to do. Talk to AD again.
We'll be back. It's the Drive Wide Throat Punch, Nick.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska insider today.
Oh, Kansas.
Here we go. If I can have today.
You just don't stop giving, do you?
Green flag, we're underway.
The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds. 3 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs.
God damn drive.
Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 26th through the 28th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant. MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
This is your year where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Hi, this is Tom Osborne. Join me on September 23rd and dine at your favorite local Renza in support of Teammates Mentoring. 10% of Renza sales on September 23rd will benefit your local Teammates Mentoring chapter. Teammates Mentoring helps students reach their full potential by providing a caring adult mentor to meet with them once a week in school. Thank you for your support of Teammates Mentoring. We will see you at Runza on September 23rd.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on this beautiful Friday. Lots of college games going on this weekend. There'll be some great premier pro football matchups as well. The one that I'm going to have my eyes on is at 3:30 on Sunday, a rematch of the Super Bowl. The Chiefs and the Eagles. That's going to be a great one. So we get some time. We'll definitely talk about some pro football as well. But in the collegiate ranks, Nick, there's a lot of great games on. We say a lot of great games, but there's, put it this way, there's football that's on. That we're going to be paying attention to. And Nick, I'm just going to say this again about the turnovers thing, man. That just did not sit well. No. I'm just thinking Nebraska better have at least one. At least one.
Yeah.
That was literally one of our team. That was a goal every week. That was one of the goals every week.
This is my point of Nebraska tomorrow, okay? And if Nebraska doesn't score 50 tomorrow, I'm a little frustrated, I think. Now once again, the scoreboard does not tell the entire story, but this comes after a week of you beating Akron 68-0. This is a team tomorrow that lost to Eastern Kentucky 20-10 last week. This is somebody that's lost 57-7 last season to Southeast Louisiana. I feel like I'm saying the quote that if Houston Christian comes in and beats Nebraska, my voice is going to pop up on their social media videos where it's just like, this team's coming in and they've lost every single game. In all seriousness, though, I think Nebraska should win by 50, I mean, I don't feel like that's too much to ask for. I don't feel like that's the expectation is too high after last week.
It's not, expectations aren't too high. That should be the standard. I mean, that's the thing about it. The standard should be +2 in the category. And, like I said, you got to be getting 2 turnovers a game if you're Nebraska, that especially against a team that's inferior to you. I mean, that's just the bottom line. That was always the goal. We did our weekly goals. It didn't matter who we were playing. I remember one time, man, when we were playing against Colorado, Coach Osborne was so hyped up. He goes, guys, they lead the world in turnovers. He said they lead the world in turnovers, not the conference, not the nation, not the region, the world. It was preached to us every day. Ball security. If you're on the offense, it was rip the ball out of your defense. I couldn't do a drill against the defensive backs when we were doing one-on-ones, because Coach Brown would always say, who's going to make the big play? We took it personal. Well, that ball was not on the turf, Nick, and I'm sorry I'm beating this drum. Yeah. But that is something that was a fundamental core value of championship teams. You always win the turnover battle.
That's how you can separate a championship team from somebody that's not even, hoping and praying that
you're looking to get that. In fact, even when after you may have caught the ball, a half a step, those pesky DBs back in the day were still punching that ball, and you knew it was coming because the way that you practice, Nick, that's how you play. Yeah. If you're nonchalant after you make a ball and you jog a yard or two, Coach Brown would tear you apart. What are you doing? Run it out. And you better have ball security. So Nebraska sure as hell better have at least +1 in the turnover category. That just didn't sit right with me. I'm not saying that was intent, but I'm simply saying, I'm telling my guys all the time, go after the ball, go after the ball, go after the ball. And I say again, go after the ball.
Because I think there's two things. And like I said last segment, it very well could be, I get the whole respect your opponent no matter who it is, right? Don't come out and then be talking disrespectfully about your opponent. And so if Coach Rule has to say that stuff to the media and things like that, sure, I understand that. Hopefully, I would imagine that the sentiment and the comments inside the walls of Memorial Stadium are, guys, we need to be dominant on Saturday.
Exert your will.
Now, I would also add in there, this just continues to go back to Nebraska continuing to only worry about what Nebraska does and what Nebraska can control. Because one thing Matt Rule said there, and not to nitpick piece after piece, is he talked about, he's like, look, they turned over the ball last week. If they don't turn over the ball, they probably beat Eastern Kentucky. Once again, we're talking Eastern Kentucky. If they don't turn over the ball, they're probably beating Eastern Kentucky. So I'm sure that's what they're working on in practice this week. I get that you kind of have to be aware of that, but also focus needs to be Nebraska. What can they control? What can Nebraska control? It's the effort, the dominance, and the execution piece of it. I just that's as we see Nebraska, and once again, coaches can only do so much. At some point, the players got to go out there and execute, and the players have to be able to be improved from week 2, and week 2 needs to be improved over week 1 and going forward, and so on and so forth. And so I just think that Nebraska at some point has to, we're slowly starting to see the transition, but as we know, it takes time, and hopefully Nebraska can, at the end of the day, go out there, have a business-like day, and we're talking about a pretty large win for the Huskers.
Nick, you got Michigan. I'm going to go through these games, see if you agree or disagree with the spread. You got Michigan favored by 28.5 over Central Michigan at 11.
They don't got Connor Stallions on the Central Michigan sideline to this game, but no, it's I mean, it's going to be heavily Michigan.
Clemson, Georgia Tech. Clemson's only favored by 2.5.
Watch this one. Georgia Tech has a really good quarterback, Haynes King, who's a really, really good and can run the ball to the best of them at the quarterback position in the country. Watch for Georgia Tech. I'm calling an upset here on this one.
You got Georgia versus Tennessee. They're in Tennessee. They got Georgia favored by 3.5. That's at 2:30. You buy it.
Where's this game being played?
Tennessee.
Ooh. I have not bought into Georgia's quarterback yet. For that reason, Joey Aguilar's having himself a nice start to the year in Tennessee. I like the Vols.
This game, I don't even want to make a prediction, but being my parents, obviously family being in Pittsburgh, they absolutely hate West Virginia. West Virginia hates Pittsburgh, bordering states. Pittsburgh's favored by 7.5. That would be a good game to keep an eye on at 2:30 as well. But Nick, we also know you got USC, Purdue. USC is favored by 20.5 over Purdue. You buy that spread?
Yeah, Purdue's got a whole new team since last year. Barry Odom still trying to navigate his way through that first season at Purdue. USC looks like they're the real deal. They've been beaten on inferior opponents all season long. I think they do the same thing here this week.
Mashup in Florida. You got South Florida ranked number 18 now after going into Gainesville and beating them. They're ranked 18 against number 5 Miami. Miami's favored by 17.5. That game is going to be played in Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium. Do you buy that point spread, Nick, of 17.5 for the Canes?
I think Miami wins. I don't think they cover the 17.5. Do not sleep on Alex Golesh, the head coach for University of Southern Florida, USF. They have Alex Golesh as their head coach. Probably a guy that's going to be in line for a Power 4 job in the next couple of years. I think Miami gets it done, but not by 17 points.
A few of these next we got because they're big games, Nick. Florida versus number 3 LSU.
Yeah.
Florida needs this game bad, Nick. LSU is favored by 6.5 this game.
Yeah.
Do you think if they actually, now this game is going to be in Baton Rouge, you know, it's a night game. We know how it is in Death Valley. That place, not Death Valley, but
Death Valley.
Death Valley. I got it right.
You got it right.
That place is going to be insane by 6:30. Do you think that Florida can make this happen?
No.
I think they get the break speed off of them.
Yeah, I mean whenever your athletic director has to send out a statement in early September saying that we still have faith in our head coach and that we're not firing our head coach, like Scott Strickland, the athletic director at Florida, had to do earlier this month. It's never a good start to the year. That Florida schedule is a gauntlet. A lot of pressure on DJ Lagway at quarterback. I think LSU gets it done pretty comfortably.
Nick, I think this is probably the diamond game of the day, in my personal opinion, besides the Georgia-Tennessee game. These two games, A&M travels to South Bend, and they take on number 8 Notre Dame. A&M is number 16, 6:30. Irish are favored by 6.5.
Notre Dame by 1 million. Not 1 million because they don't have the offense that can score 1 million. Notre Dame wins comfortably.
Notre Dame comfortably.
Yeah, CJ Carr. We're going to continue to hear his name. Freshman quarterback, Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman.
That's going to be a good game.
Freeman.
Minnesota's only favored by 2.5. Late game out on the West Coast against California. They're favored by 2.5. Do you think they get it done, Minnesota?
No. I think Cal gets this one done. They got a really good quarterback. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Really good quarterback Cal does now. A transfer that they brought in, and I'm going to say that Cal beats Minnesota.
And only because this game is so late at night, it'll be by the time it's done, it'll be tomorrow. It'll be Sunday. Portland State travels and plays Hawaii at 11 p.m.
I'm going to watch that game. Hey, I'm going to say this. Now, I'm not going to participate in this, but if you will, that's a sports bettor's dream.
Yeah,
that's a sports bettor's dream. You want to sit there here. Friends at Warhorse, listen up. Friends at Warhorse, listen up.
It's Nick.
It's Nick. Now, here's the deal. Here's what you can do: is you have yourself a pretty successful day. Whether it's through props, whether it's through money lines, whether it's through teams covering spreads, I don't care how you win. Have a successful day. Take it, put it on Hawaii to knock off Portland State. I don't care, whatever the spread is. Guess what? You're laying. There's nothing better than just laying in a comfortable recliner. Well, I wouldn't know. A comfortable recliner in a recliner in the living room and watching Hawaii, sweating out of bed at 1 a.m.
So, Nick, why when we went in there last time for the show, they were like, everybody knew your name. They did it. Hey, swim.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, that's you know.
They listen to the radio.
Even the guy parking the car is like, how you doing, swim? Good to see you again.
Yeah. VIP spots over this way. No, I have said this. I don't know if I've actually said this on air. I did not. So normally I'll put in a future bet. Since it's legal, we can talk about this. I normally would put in a future bet. Nebraska, over win totals and things like that. I put in one this season. I put in one for Nebraska. That's Nebraska related. And it was for them to start 7-0. It was for Nebraska to start 7-0. The 7th game of the year, by the way, is at Minnesota. That is the 7th game of the year. So as of right now, we're off to a 2-0 start. We'll see what happens. But either way, that's the only one that do I believe that it's going to happen? I don't know. That's the optimist.
There was a show back in the day, Nick, before your time, was called One Day at a Time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say one game at a time.
Absolutely.
One game at a time.
It's like an Angels in the outfield where it's a little kid goes, it could happen.
Eric says 1-800-BETS-OFF. David Renew says, am I supposed to be writing these picks down?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah. This is not betting advice, by the way.
What's betting?
Yeah. What's the spread? Anybody know if the over-under hit yesterday?
Sure spread? Cheese spread?
Fierce.
Folks, we'll be back with the 80 Attitude Adjustment. Be right back.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska insider today.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden Baked Crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
AD, you know, one thing we haven't even mentioned on the show today is that Nebraska's wearing all red unis
Yes, they
tomorrow.
are. All red.
How do you feel about it?
I don't care what
Are you pretty passionate about alternate uniforms?
You know what, Nick? Call it my age. I don't care what they wear. Just win the dang game.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll look sweet though.
They wore it on. They're wearing it on a game where if they don't win this one, they probably aren't winning it.
Yeah. I'm not one to get caught up too much in the.
What if Nebraska won today or tomorrow or lost tomorrow?
Hey,
and won against Michigan. We'd sit there and go, "Oh boy, we don't even know how to break this one down."
Hey, you know what that show would be?
And then they beat Penn State.
You know what that show would be? You saw it. Show's over.
I don't know if I show up to the postgame show if they lose tomorrow. I don't know.
Dude,
show up sober.
There would
Sorry.
be steam coming up in text messages, man.
Hey, that would be worse than Georgia Southern.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Would people be calling for Rule's job if they lose tomorrow?
They'd be calling for a lot of stuff.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
not going to happen. That is not going to happen.
Hold on. Houston Christian. What? Remember, this is a team. They did put up 69 points earlier this year.
Man, stop it.
They lost to East Texas A&M last year.
Stop it.
They lost to Incarnate Word 45-20. They lost to Stephen F. Austin 55-6.
Stop it.
They lost to UTSA 45-7.
Stop it.
They lost to Tarleton State 35-18.
No, you didn't.
Here's in all seriousness, here is where I envision Nebraska to realistically be tomorrow. SMU beat Houston Christian last year 59-7. SMU is a fringe top 25 team this year.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska, similarly, a fringe top 25 team this year.
Mm-hmm.
Be in that ballpark. You don't have to shut them out.
Beat down in about 24 hours from now, basically.
Yeah.
Beat down 24 hours. Beat the smoke off this team and get ready for Michigan, man. Come in, minimize your injuries. Hopefully there's none of that. Get your starters, go in and put in work, dominate the middle eight, and get the younger guys in there and get your eyes focused on Michigan. That's the objective, and you get at least one turnover or more. That's it.
Thomas and Lincoln says, Nick, if Nebraska loses tomorrow, it's your fault. Here's the deal. You're going to be able to convince people that I was playing in that game if Nebraska loses tomorrow.
And AD with a bad back in 51.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, great pass on third down out there. Thanks. No.
Folks, there's some chaos, and hopefully it won't be chaos from the game tomorrow. But, we're living in a time with a lot of rhetoric. It's loud. Social media can be great, but could also make it even louder. Doom scrolling, folks, have become a thing of the norm. Looking at post after post that just fuels your anger. I was talking to somebody recently. I'm just so pissed off. I keep looking at this stuff. Well, you're so pissed off because you keep looking, which is causing anger, fuel, and anxiety. You can have your opinion, but here's the truth, folks. You can be informed without being infiltrated. Mm-hmm. You can be informed. I know exactly what's going on in our world today, but I refuse to let that stuff infiltrate me to where it takes away something, Nick, we can't get back. That's time. No one is going to be at my funeral, Nick, or yours saying, yeah, that was one heck of a time we went through, going through in the world, political. No, folks, listen, I'm not saying not to be informed, but don't be infiltrated. I see it dividing families and all sorts of craziness. Protect your peace, guard your heart and mind from the chaos that's going on in the world today. An attitude of peace is not ignoring reality, folks. It's choosing not to let the noise drown out your joy, your clarity, and ultimately life.
Amen.
We get one, Nick. We freaking get one, bro. Get one. Make it happen.
There you go. And if anything shows it, you never know when it's going to get taken away.
You got that right, brother. You got that right. Nick, what's your schedule today, man? What you got?
Got a busy one. It's a Friday. High school football tonight, 7 p.m. Creighton Prep and Lincoln Southeast.
Nick, who you choosing in that game?
I can't pick.
Oh, that's right.
I can't pick. I have to be unbiased.
Let me ask you this. What is Southeast rated? They're like 9?
Yeah.
And
I think Southeast gets it done.
And
I can't pick, but Southeast gets it done. 5 seconds.
Creighton is ranked at all?
Yeah. There.
Folks, it is Prostate Awareness Month. Get into your doctors. Peace.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Hi, this is Tom Osborne. Join me on September 23rd and dine at your favorite local Renza in support of Teammates Mentoring. 10% of Renza sales on September 23rd will benefit your local Teammates Mentoring chapter. Teammates Mentoring helps students reach their full potential by providing a caring adult mentor to meet with them once a week in school. Thank you for your support of Teammates Mentoring. We will see you at Runza on September 23rd.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino.
Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in season? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now